Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Erin. If you are brand new, welcome you. If you're old hat, welcome back. We are going to be digging into some good stuff today, talking about what we can learn from different fields of writing. This is a continuation from what we were talking about yesterday, where we were talking about how to write for specifically different fields. And let's get into things. First, we're going to need to take a little bit of a pit stop to talk about, once again, Thankmas and Red Nose Day. So, on this channel, we are being partnered with Thankmas, which is partnered with Red Nose Day in order to raise money for families that are in need at the end of this year. There are children who are going hungry all over the place because of lack of security in jobs, parents not being able to get the funds that they normally would, and other complications that are leading to these child hunger issues. So, we are partnering with Red Nose Day to try to raise money in order to help these families. And Thankmas has been a huge success so far. Our channel has already started doing its part, and I have to say thank you so much. We've already received our first few donations so that we have $10 in the bank going towards this great cause. I can't say thank you enough, but we still have a long way to go, so please do consider participating in Thankmas by using the links in the description below to donate, or at least to get involved in some manner so that we can help out families at the end of this year. All right, without any further ado, let's talk about what we can learn from different fields of writing. To recap just a little bit, what I mean by different fields of writing is that when we are doing writing in a professional or hobby-related standing, there are different avenues that you can choose to follow in order to pursue that writing. It depends on what is tickling your heart for you to do. So the three types that I talked about before were novel writing, screenplay writing, and writing for video games. We're going to take another look at those to talk about what you can learn and why it's valuable to learn from different fields of writing, even if it's not one that you are planning on going into yourself. First up on our list is the professional exemplar. It doesn't matter what particular field of writing you are in or looking to be a part of, every single one of these fields has someone who is a professional in this field. They have published work, they have published writing, they are doing different things, they're being involved with the writing community, and looking at someone who is being successful in your field, whatever that field is going to lead you to higher success in your own projects. And the reason why is you can see what they've done well, see what they've done badly, and you can learn and grow from them. So regardless of whether you are doing novel writing, writing for television, or writing for video games, you can still find great examples of writers across all these different fields. And because of the fact that there are different things that each field is looking for out of their writers, you can learn new takes on things by looking at these different fields. By looking at a professional novel writer when you're someone who's writing for video games, you can get a deeper understanding of how to set a scene, how to get that scene prepared and ready. By being a person who is in screenplay writing and looking at video games, you can learn a lot about pacing and the importance of how to set up a scene for either the storytelling or action points that are necessary for that scene to serve a proper function. There are so many different things you can learn by looking at these different exemplar professionals. So that is our first reason why we should be looking across different fields to improve our writing regardless of what field we are ourselves in. The second thing I kind of already touched on a little bit. Because of the fact that there are different things that each field is looking for, you can choose to look more deeply into a field that is using a specific skill set that you are looking to grow in yourself. So let's say you really want to improve your world building. Well, you can learn a lot about world building by looking at any one of these fields of writing, but they're going to be playing out differently as far as their function depending on which one you choose to look into. So depending on what specific aspects of world building you are looking to improve, you might want to look at a novel writing example or a screenplay example or a video game example. There are excellent examples across of them, but the key is in the function, looking at the function that that particular element has in that field. And so when you know what you're looking for, you are able to go and find examples, even from other fields of writing, that will really help you to polish up and hone those skills. And there are even some that might just be specific to that particular field. Things in the formatting realm is the main thing that comes to mind, but there are some things that are very specific, unique to those specific fields that you can pick up even if you're not in that field, that will help improve your writing. Everything is about improving your writing to become the best writer you can be, keeping practicing and keeping on going. So I know one of the things you might be thinking right now is, well, it's all well and good to want to look at these different examples across different fields, but how am I actually supposed to practically do that? The obvious no-brainer answer to that one is to actually use the things that are showing up in those fields. So if you're looking at novels, reading novels. If you're looking at screenplays, viewing TV shows, movies, or getting your hands on a script to view that work. Or in a video game, actually playing video games, or somehow getting your hands on the written aspects to what went into the creation of a video game, and then still playing the video game to see how those written aspects came to life in that sort of field. The one that I find the hardest, but is still significantly important, is to make connections. For me, the reason why it's so hard to make connections is just because I'm incredibly introverted and shy, and so my idea of going out and talking to people is terrifying. But there are plenty of platforms out there that you can utilize to make connections. Facebook groups are everywhere. You can find a Facebook group for everything. Everything. So you can utilize those. Websites like Goodreads have whole communities devoted to making connections to any sort of area that you need to make a connection in. Going to writing events, going to video game events, going to TV events, things that will help you to socialize with people in those fields that you're looking to be a part of. And then the part that is the most fun and actually the most difficult is to actually try your hand at it. Don't just look at those exemplars and soak it in. Actually try to apply it to your own work. One of the sayings that people have towards, if you know information well enough, if you know it well enough, you can teach it. So in this case, if you know it well enough, you can do it. So look at those exemplars. Soak everything in, learn as much as you can, and then try to actually apply it. It doesn't matter if you do it well. It doesn't matter if it turns out good. The important part is trying, practicing, and keeping writing every step of the way. That about wraps us up for this one. Just a quick reminder, we have our first ever live stream going on as our concluding event to Thankmas on December 19th. That's this coming Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Show up right here on this channel. We are going to have a great time together talking about writing and all sorts of other stuff. And do consider checking out those links below to our campaign to learn about Red Nose Day and to consider donating to this wonderful cause. That's it for me. Have a great one. Until the next one.